on color negative film because of digital short tonal range or dynamic range. Color negative films have no problem at all recording 9 stops of information at least when you measure from the darkest shadow value to the brightest highlight value. Digital capture, unfortunately, struggles to try to record 7 stops of information from the deepest shadow with detail to that brightest highlight with detail. A second major difference is highlight detail. Film can record a lot more highlight detail than digital can. Because of this, we have to be very careful on where we set our illumination values for our hair lights or kicker lights and the specular highlight values on our subject's face to be sure that these areas are recorded in a printable or reproducible range. And the third major difference between digital and film is exposure control. Just about any experienced color neg shooter that creates an image digitally will tell you the first thing they notice is digital capture is very picky about exposure. Photos that were created onto color negative film that happen to be, say, a half stop underexposed or 1 stop overexposed were easily printable by your lab with great results. Those same under and overexposure values recorded digitally will be unusable. All 3 of these major differences between film and digital capture can be overcome and controlled by careful lighting techniques. Why am I so confident? Well, for over 20 years we've been creating images onto color transparency films, which also have higher contrast and less highlight recording ability than color negative films do. So the lighting control and exposure control techniques we've used in years of shooting trans film has paid off by allowing us to make the transition into digital much easier. In this video, we're going to take a look at the digital portrait lighting techniques that we use here in our studio just about every day to make some client-pleasing images that look just as good, maybe even better than film. One thing you may notice about my lighting work is that we don't have any strict rules. There is no perfect or universal lighting ratio. There is no magic light modifier that's going to make your digital capture images perfect. And there's no specific diffuse highlight value that you have to follow in order to have a good-looking print. In fact, the only rule that we really have here is that there's no rules. You are only bound by your digital camera's limit of recording shadow detail value and its limit of recording highlight detail value. Everything in between is totally up to you to control by carefully crafted lighting. And we'll show you some examples of that using a classic portrait setup, a power couple portrait, a businessy looking headshot, and a fun high key setup that works great for kids. Spend a few moments watching this video and allow me to show you how to choose, use, and certainly not abuse light quality for excellence in digital capture portraiture.